The next practical, generate the Hamming code. Okay, so what is the aim is what? Generate Hamming code. So this is the aim of today's practical. So as you are aware about the Hamming code, right? So see here what is expected for this Hamming code. What is input for this? The user will enter the data bit. User will enter the data word. From the user will enter data word. Just wait. So see here what is input at the center side. So here what is input? User will enter the data words. That is data word in terms of you have a string like say 10101110 2468. So these are the 8-bit entered by the user word. What is output is expected from the program is what? You have to Hamming code by adding the parity bit. Okay, so means you have to add the check bit inside the data word and you have to generate the correct Hamming code. This is expected output from sender side. And suppose for example, if my data word, so this is suppose if I take the example from your given example 1001 so this is example is given and what is output is expected, you have to generate the string with it which is 0111 0111 double 101010. This is expected output by adding the parity bit. So I think everyone aware of the theory behind this, right? So as you know, we are generating the string based on this parity. So the first is what we have P1. Okay. Then next to that we have a P2. P1, P2. Then we have a D3, which is actually the first bit. Then we have a P4, right? P4. Then we have a D5. Then we have a D6. Then D7. Then it's a parity bit 8. So total 8s are given. So how many parity bits are required? So if there are 8 bits are given, so the assume the formula which you have to apply 2 raised to n greater than 2 raised to m plus r, as you are aware about that formula. But here for this program you consider the input is fixed. Input is 8 bit. So according that if input is 8 bit, then definitely it requires 1, 2, 3, 4 check parity bit. So that is 9. Then D10 and one is D11. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and one more D12. So this is actually the data words which we have given to you, which is a 1001101. So as you know, this is nothing but your data words, right? D1, D2, D3. You can consider by this way, or you can consider D3, D5, D6. Okay, and this is your output bit is generated where it is a P1. This is P2. So according to given an example, I have given by this way, right? So this is nothing but your first bit. So this first bit is nothing but D3, right? So this first bit is nothing but D3. Then this is 0 is nothing but D4. Sorry, it is nothing but D5. It is nothing but this. So as you know, the parity bits are placed at 2 raised to 0, 2 raised to 1, 2 raised to 2 and 2 raised to 3 places. Means 1, 2, 4 and 8 places. Okay, and remaining places you have to add your parity, your data words, right? And based on the value of even parity, you have to calculate what is value of P1 by the logic of check 1 and shift 1, right? For the finding the P2, check 2, shift 2, and for the P4, check 4, shift 4, and for P8, check 8, shift 8. Okay, this is a logic you have to apply. But here, what is expected from this is you have to draw, perform first simple program. You have to input the first string, which is 8-bit fix. So obviously, if 8-bit is given, means you have to calculate P1, P2, P4, and P8. Now tell me how the P1 is calculated. Suppose, so first of all, tell me how to store this data word. 1010101011. Tell me how you store this data word. Is it required integer or character array?
Character array.
So both is possible, the character array. But if I take the character array, it doesn't represent the value is 1. Because at the last, there are two logic. I can count the number of ones, or second scenario, there's one more possibility here. I can perform the XOR operation also. Okay. So as you know, this, if I calculate P1 value, the P1 is nothing but the XOR between D3, D5. As you know, this D3 is nothing but your first D1, right? Then this D5 is nothing but your this D5 is nothing but the second one. Okay. Likewise here, I will give the name to this. For example, it is D. Just wait. Okay, so I can write D1, D2. So if I given the D1 name, D2, D3, D4, D5, D6, D7, D8, right? This is a name. Suppose if I given to this, and I want to perform the XOR, right? So now see here, if it is this D1 is here, this is for example, or what I will do, as you are aware about this, so I will put the name is D3, the next is D5, next is D6, this is D7, this become D9, this become D10, this become D11, and this become this D12, right? So as you know, when you add this data word into the actual string, this P1, P2 is you have to calculate, and for D3 is nothing but your first bit. So this is nothing but your D3. This is your 1 is your D3, then 0 is your D5. This 0 is nothing but D6. This 1 is nothing but D9. This 0 is nothing but D10. This 1 becomes D11, and this is D10. So this is actually data word, right? And suppose this is actually the name for this. So if I store in the character array, so it doesn't represent that character value is 1. So for this, because I want to perform the XOR operation, so I will declare as integer array. So it is integer, suppose data word D of 8. I will declare the fixed size D of 8. So because of this, what is the name of first is nothing but D of 0. Is it the D of 0? The first one? Yes. Is it the first one D of 0? The second one is D of 1, right? The second bit is stored as D of 1. Then third store as just wait 1. This stored as 2. Then next stored as 3. Next store as 4. Next store as 5. Next store as 6. And is actually stored as 7. But this is actually the name in programming which we are stored for the bit. But this is the name which actually given in the theoretical, right? Theoretical name D3, D9. So instead of giving D3, D9, use the programming direct name which you are given for this D6. So your first bit is nothing but D0. And as you know how you calculate P1 value, your P1 values depends on, if I calculate P1 values depends on P1 itself, D3 itself, here, one check, one shift. So P1, D3, then D5, then D7, then D9, sorry, D5, D7, D9, comma D11. On this element, it is actually, so actually you are counting the ones, means you are actually perform the XOR operation. So that is nothing but it is XOR between. So the XOR is represented by this cap operation. Okay, so this cap represent the XOR operation. So this XOR, this is XOR. This is also D3 with XOR. D3 XOR operation and XOR operation. Okay, but actually see here this D3, this 11 is not name of your data item, right? So what is your data item? It is nothing but P1 is equals to your data item is nothing but this P1 you have to calculate. So just you have to remove it. So it is D3. D3 is nothing but your D of 0. So you have to just replace D of 0. Then again, so see here the same string. I want this is actually P1 is depend. So it is D3 is nothing but it's my D of 0, right? Because I have stored in the integer array, integer D of 8. So what is D5 is nothing but D1. Okay, so sorry. Yes, D5 is nothing but D1. Okay, your D7 is nothing but your D3. Is a D3. And your D9 is nothing but your D4. Okay, and your D11 is nothing but D6. So means is actually your P1 is depends on this array with position is D0, D1, then D3, D4, and D6. Okay, I have calculated according to this here. I have calculated according to this D3 position, check one, D3, D5, D7, D9, D11. But D3 is nothing but your D0. D5 is nothing but D1. Likewise, the name I have given to this, right? So that's why P1 value is calculated by XOR operation between this bit. Now you tell me what is P2 value? How to calculate P2 is XOR between check to shift, right? So P2 is nothing but actually P2 D2. Sorry, P2 D3, these two, then shift 2, then D6, D7. So it is D6 and D7 next. After check 2, then D10, D11. It's D10 and D11. So on this bit your P2 is depend. So if I, because this value stored in integer array, that's why P2 is equals to your D3 is nothing but, if I go with the equivalence, your D3 is nothing but D of 0, D6 nothing but D of 2. Then your D7 is nothing but D of 3 as it is. Then D of 10 is nothing but D of 5. And your D11 is nothing but D of 6. So means P2 is depends on this XOR between this operation. Okay. And last one is what? What about your P4, right? So next one is what? Your P4. So here the P4 is depends upon check 4. Means P4, D5, 6, D7. Okay. And next check 4 means you have to remove 1, 2, 3, 4 and D12 is. So that's why your P3 is depends on P3 is equals to P3 depends on P4, P5, P4, D5. So P4 is removed. D5, D6, D7. D5, D6 and D7. Then 1, 2, 3, 4 and the D12 only. D12. So D5, D6, D7 and D12 only. So that is nothing but corresponding P3 is equals to that P3 is equals to D5 is nothing but just wait. So here this D5 is nothing but your D5 is nothing but D1. And next is D6 is nothing but D2. Then your D7 is nothing but D3 and D12 is nothing but D7. Okay, so by this you can, by this way you can calculate P3. And finally, what is your P4? Is your P4 is depends on, sorry, it is a P4 means this bit is depends upon check 8. So it is depends upon D8, 9, 10, 11, 12, right? So that is nothing but D9, 10, 11, 10 means D4, D5, D6, D7. So it is depends on D4, D5, D6 and D7. Okay, so if I remove this part, this is actually for our understanding, but actually this is P0, P1 is depends on D0, D1, D from your data item. This is my input D0, D1. So based on data item, I will calculate P1, P2, P3 and P4 by based on XOR operation. Okay, so once you calculate this P1, P2, you have to store in, actually you have to store in one of the array, right? So it is nothing but P of 0 because the 4 items are there. Then P of 1 is there. Then it is stored as P of 2. And then you have to store with P of 3. Okay, so likewise you will get the all the parity bit. Now only the task is remains that you have to combine these two as a code word. Okay, so anyone tell me how to generate the logic for this, how to code word is generated, how to combine it, what is the combination you want? First you want, means you have to check the position of that data element. If the position of data element is, as you know, if the position of data element is 2's power, then you have to add the parity bit. Okay, so what is logic for this? Anyone know how to check that position is the 2's power or not? Actually the 2's power means is 2 to the power minus 1 is actual position because array start from 0, right? So if it 2 raised to 0 means it's 1, but you have to match with the 2 raised to 0 is nothing but 1 position. So it is matched with 2 raised to power minus 1. So it's very simple. So what is logic? How to combine it? So obviously you have to use the for loop. Then you have to take j which start from 0. And what is the size of that j? It should be less than your 8 plus 4, that is 12. Okay, and j plus plus. Is it here? This is a combination logic. And what is the code inside this for loop? Yes, what is code inside this for loop? You have to check, as you know, jth is the position where you want to insert, and j0 means it is actually first position, 2 raised to 0th position. So you have to check if that position is the 2's power, then you have to insert. So obviously for storing your result, you have to use the h of 12. H of 12 is my targeted. H of 12 is my array where I will store data. So in h of 12 is actually it will add these 8 data items and 4 parity bit. Okay, but as you know, these parity bits are only added at the 2's power, right? So for that, the ready-made 2's power functions here, the ready-made power function is there. What is that ready-made power function? POW, power function. Which power function? Now what is my power function? That is, I will check if power function is 2 raised to n power. What is that n power? Each time I will check the 0, 1, 2. So initialize, I initialize the n with 0. Sorry, I initialize n with 0. So that time it will check 2 raised to 0th power. 2 raised to 0 means 1. 1 minus 1 if that equals to 0. Means if it is at the j position, then what is my code? So in that case, I will add what I will add? I will add the Hamming code of j. I will add as Hamming code of j is equals to, in the Hamming code, I will add the p of the first element, because p is also array where p of 0 is stored. So Hamming of so it is nothing but first element is stored. So for the indexing of 0, 1, 2, I already taken the n, right? So I can use the n here also. So for h of j, I can store the p of n where start from 0. So first 0 is stored at h of j when j is equals to 0. And then I will increment n plus plus, because next time whenever I store that j part, then I will increment it. Okay, then what is the next part of this? What is the else part? The else, if the else part means if it is not power. Yes, anyone tell me if it is not power, what is the code? Direct h of j is equals to, means direct the destination is equals to your d of So I will take one more index for D array. So that is nothing but I will take K, which is also 0. So whenever the else part is there, means it will data will added from data part. So that time D of K is there. Okay. And in else part I will I will increment K plus plus. That is the part. So final here, what is the code? I will add that 12 element, the 8 from data items and 4 from parity. So obviously that parity bits added at the 2's power position. So I will use power function 2 raised to n. But as no 2 raised to 1 means it is 2 raised to 0 means 1 position. But at it is stored at the array 0. So that's why it is minus 1. So power 2 raised to 2n minus 1 exactly equals to j, that index position. If it is, then we have stored that p of n. Means from the parity we have stored the destination h of j. Okay, and then n plus plus, because parity is also incremented next time. So in the next time I have checked the first one value of n, right? Then j is also 1. If power of 2 raised to 1 minus 1 exactly j, it is also match. In that case 2 raised to 1 is 2 minus 1 is match. That time the p2 is also added, okay, from the p. Now in the third case it is not matched with the if part, so that time it will add from d0. So it will add the d0 first element. Likewise, this code will continue for adding the parity at 2's power, and else part it will add your data word. And finally, your result is in the H. You can display with the formula. Okay, for J0, J less than 20, J plus plus, and printf each element. Okay. So this is about the Hamming code. It's very simple code if you have taken the fix as 8-bit and 4-bit parity. Okay. Any doubt? Yes, any doubt with the Hamming code? This is about the center side. So what is the part only remaining? For loop is remaining. Inside that for loop, you have to use the printf for displaying the. So that for loop is again copy. You have to here you have to copy and you have to printf. That element is nothing but your %d, because it is integer array, and that is nothing but h of j. That element will be displayed. So this is your center data. Okay, so inside that only the code is required is this p of. Before this the code is required, you have to calculate the value of p, p0, p1, p2, p3 based on d0, d1, d2. Okay, so this is a very simple code for the center side. Is it we are performing receiver side the same thing? We are calculating the p0, right, which is based on the same bit, only its p0 is added, because in this case it will also consider p0, right? So here the same c0 you have to calculate. C0 means the last bit, then c1, then c2 and c3, and each time where for c1 you have to consider the p1 also, p of 1, right, which is or. Then for c of 2, so for c of 2 you have to consider p of 2 XOR, and for c of 3 you have to consider p of 3, right? So this is only code, and when you got c0, c1, c2, c3, what is final answer? That is a position. So how to calculate position? So if the 4-bit you retrieve, that c0 is nothing but your first one, right? C1 is the second one. So you have to calculate the decimal value of that. So as you know how to calculate decimal value of 4-bit? Yes. So you have to calculate C. Tell me how to calculate C. Based on this, suppose the values is, suppose output is for C1, C3 is 1010. Tell me what is the 1010? What is the decimal of 1011?
C3 into 2 power 3 plus C2 into 2 power 2.
So as it is 2 raised to 3 power is fixed, so can I use 8 here directly?
Yes, sir.
Okay, C3 into 8,
C2 into 4,
C2 into 4 plus
C1 into 2
1 into
plus
plus
C0.
C0 into, sorry,
1.
plus C0. Okay, into 1, or that is, okay. So that is that, by this way you can calculate C value. And what is the meaning if C, how to check error is present, how to correct error?
If C is 0, we have no error.
Okay, if C exactly 0, no error. Else,
Else, at value of C, we have error. Then we have to change that.
error, then how to modify it? So how to modify it?
If C is 7, then at 7th bit, D7 we have to change.
So you have to change D of that position. D of C is equals to your. So you have to change, means you have to first of all check it whether it is
Check.
0 or 1, right? So if D of C position is already with 0, and if it is error, then what is the code? You have to change that D of C is equals to, yes,
1.
is equals to 1, right? Otherwise else part,
D of C equal to 0.
0. So are you getting? So this is a code for the Hamming code. Is very. So are you getting?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so why I am given, because as you are aware about the array, right? All you learn the array from your PAPD. So this you have to perform for fixed data. So what is expected? You have to input for 8-bit. The fixed 8-bit data you have to input. To ask from the user, you have to enter only 8-bit data. So execute the loop for only for inputting for 8 time only. And use the static values, that is P0, P1, P2, P3. But this code is possible with the dynamic also. Like whichever we are performing the theory, that user will only give the data item. You have to find out how many parity bits are required by the formula. Okay, that is also possible. And once it is that position you identify, that parity bit identified, then you have to add according to this logic. So first you have to perform this static logic. This is about sender side. This is about the receiver side. Okay. And this is a rough logic. I have not included all the codes here. According to this, it is not properly formatted C code. As you know, this requires lots of things. So just I have added as per logic. But you put in the actual format, so you will get the correct result.